Hello and thanks for joining us tonight. Bibb County Sheriff candidates addressed all sorts of issues tonight, from domestic violence to crime numbers to the county jail. It all happened in a community forum at the Bibb County Government Center for all voters to witness. Anthony Montalto was there and joins us in studio with some of the key moments.
Right, Lori, it was standing room only. These 6 candidates addressed a packed crowd in the county commission chambers with voters, county leaders, and sheriff's office officials all on hand to listen. Everyone had a different opinion on the county jail and how they'd run it. Ron Rogers had the idea of reducing the number of inmates, sending people home if they're in for something like not paying child support.
But if we can remove 50 people from the jail, therefore we can start spreading people out in those places that are not secure, then we move those individuals to that particular area.
Marshall Hughes wants to increase staffing levels, while Chris Paul wants better training. Sheriff David Davis stressed the need of a new jail and fixing up the current place.
Since the escape, we have spent $1.5 million almost on refurbishing the jail, on putting new locks.
Chris E. Patterson would implement monthly searches with the SWAT team and move violent inmates to the newer wings of the jail. And DeAndre Hall suggested mandatory security checks for visitors and more programs for inmates.
Rehabilitation of the actual inmates that's in the jail right now is just as important as getting a new jail.
Recent GBI crime numbers also came up, and candidates addressed how to reduce violent crime. Hall says staffing and community programs could help on that effort. Rogers says the answer is education and credits Macon's MVP program with reducing numbers last year. Patterson wants to increase deputy presence by increasing pay to recruit and retain deputies.
I have a meeting with Mr. Mayor and county commissioners to try to come up with a plan to make us the highest law enforcement agency in Central Georgia.
Paul thinks the answer lies closer to home with stronger role models.
We all know what the foundation is family. Family is the foundation, and family these days are broken.
Hughes says he'd get deputies out on the street more often, getting involved.
We got to get out and knock on doors. We got to get out, and community policing is the key. We got to rebuild trust back in the community.
Now, candidates also addressed domestic violence and automatic arrests if there's anyone injured in a domestic situation. It's actually an example of something where they all agreed. They all said there's a Georgia law that actually requires someone to be arrested if they injure someone in a domestic call, and they all said they'd follow that law. Back to you.
Thanks, Anthony. The primary for the sheriff's race is May 21st.